it is not worth it. Why not just, I don't know how many times people have told him, I think they tell him that every day. What is your this? Why do you want these people to kill you? The people you think you are doing it for are not, they don't even see it that way. But he keeps doing it. And fair enough. He's not wrong. Because people kept kind of like still standing up. Those who have been there physically and those who are not physically, clamoring for his release, raising awareness on the, what do you call it? The abuse of human rights in Nigeria, as well as, the state capture that you're already dealing with. But for those who have physically and continue to physically, associate with Sowore, right? They are the possible reason why it keeps going. Because yesterday, from the spot where he was taken, the day before, people were there. Here is one.
Nigeria people, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore.
Nigeria youth, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore.
Nigeria working class, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore.
Nigeria women, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore.
Okada riders, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore.
Market women, what are we saying?
All we are saying, give us Sowore. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come, freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come, freedom love by teacher. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come, freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come, freedom love teacher. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle.
Nothing stable IGO. IGO, your time is up. I don't know you. No IGO, your time is up. I don't know you. FBC IG, your time is up. I don't know you. Ebetoku with your time is up. I don't know you. All revolution, I listen at you. I don't know you. They follow Sowore, they gonna fight you. I don't know you. Sowore, they inside, you no go ever. I don't know you. Sowore, they inside, you no go ever stop. I don't know you.
Which left him
Yes.
and why he has even been transferred from this place to where we do not know at the moment.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we got the news that our leader, Sowore, has been kidnapped from the FID this morning. I think about 6 a.m. this morning. And I think about, we heard allegedly now about 9 hefty policemen invaded his cell. They told him that they were even taking him to either court. But he was demanding for his lawyer because you can't just pick him. Sowore is not just an ordinary Nigerian. He has contested presidential election twice. In a working country, a man like Sowore should be respected. But they drag him like a criminal with a broken hand. We have seen that already. And as a matter of fact, he's not even treated yet. We don't even know the stage, the level. What is even paining us now is where is our leader Sowore? Because what has happened to him can happen to anybody. If a man like Sowore that have been fighting for justice since his cradle can be bundled like a thief, compare that to average and ordinary Nigerian, and it's a strong indicator that our Nigerian police have lost it. If they can do that to Sowore, they can do that to anybody. And that's why the story we are hearing about the Nigerian police being one of the most poorest police in the world, it's not bad news. It's expected. And we are all calling on the illegal IG. His tenure has expired. It's illegal. Whatever Sowore has said is not untrue. It's fact. The figures are there. His tenure has expired. Go. You are not the only one. You are not the most competent police officer we have. We have had the likes of Super Cup Abakari that was celebrated all over the world. Where is he today? Nemesis caught up with him. And whatever he's doing, he should be warned that, look, whatever impunity will not last forever. Very soon, it will catch up with him. We have Emefiele now singing song in prison. He, one day, we account for whatever he's doing with the Nigerian police. Yes.
You feel those people were out there demanding for accountability. But that is like demanding for water to be squeezed from the stone. Where are they going to actually start from? Eh? Or there is more, just so you know. Here.
You're welcome, sir. Please come in. Come in. When you go out, help us bring out Omoyele Sowore. This IGP. Please help us understand this IGP. 36 years and counting as an IGP. I mean, this is against our constitution. We are all under the constitution. Go, you don't want to go. Okay, we've left you there, Jejeli. Sowore. This is Omoyele Sowore, whose passport was seized. Now you've even seized the person himself. But you know what? You've gone too far this time. Because this time you're going to pick all of us. Free Sowore.
No.
Free Sowore. When do you want to free?
No.
Free Sowore. When?
No.
Free Sowore.
No.
Sowore. Free.
No.
Free Sowore. IGP. What's the name of the other guy? What's the name of the guy who wrote the letter? Fakorede. Free Sowore.
No.
Fakorede. Free Sowore.
No.
Free him when?
No.
Free Sowore. Bring him out. IGP. No. Tenure has expired. Allow all these rules to be the IGP now. Nigerians, please, can you imagine a situation whereby a serving police officer's salary cannot buy him a bag of rice to feed his family? How is he going to look after you and me security? So that is what Omoyele Sowore came here on the 21st of August and said, please, look after these policemen's welfare so that our security will be improved. IGP won't let him rest. Free Sowore. No.
Fakorede, free Sowore. 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 Nothing. He has done nothing. He has committed no offense. Sowore is not a thief. Sowore is not a criminal. The only crime free Sowore. The criminals there free of police. DCP Fakorede, free Sowore. 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 DCP Fakorede, free Sowore.
But they won't free him like that. Because what they have done is that they have managed to have the judiciary on their side of this ongoing impunity. So it makes it easier for them. I'm talking about these criminals and other for an ordinary citizen in a supposed country. Harder in the sense that the judiciary, like the court, is considered as the what do you call it? The defender of the right, of the weak, or the poor. It doesn't matter like whether you are rich or poor. When it comes to justice, when you enter the temple of justice, justice is served based on truth and evidence, so to say, not based on how much money, but that's what you have in Nigeria right now. If the establishment is interested in you, the entire dragnet is set up. Those who are going to hunt you down and kidnap you, as well as those who are going to automatically give them the right to keep you for as long as they want. And there you are. You would have to wriggle yourself through all of that. Only what they want is the satisfaction of locking you up. That's the satisfaction they want. It's not about the law. It's not about you doing anything wrong. The system, that's what they call system. So we have had the responses or reactions from the likes of Atiku. I'll call him his name now because, I mean, speaking up here has become something, forbidden in that contraption. So when people speak up, let's acknowledge them. Atiku Abubakar tweeted this, that the treatment of Omoyele Sowore by the IGP monitoring team is a shameful abuse of power. Right. It is wrong, unlawful, and must be condemned by all who believe in justice, including me. And you, if you believe in justice, you should condemn it strongly. Sowore's only offense is speaking out against injustice, nepotism, and misrule. Atiku said that too. Said for that, he was reportedly attacked at dawn, beaten, had his arm broken, and sprayed with chemicals by policemen acting on petitions from the IGP's own office. This is personal vendetta, not policing. Even the Nigerian police regulation forbids this. Regulation 367 states, in quotes, no police officer shall institute any legal proceeding in his own personal interest or in connection with matters arising out of his public duties, of quote. The IGP cannot be a complainant and still deploy the force to carry out his grievance. This is not about Sowore alone. It is an attack on every Nigerian who dares to speak truth to power. See? This must stop, and Sowore should be released immediately and unconditionally. 2. Atiku Abubakar. Now, that's how you actually make a statement. Not the leader in and, all that to the side, to the left. No, they play corner, straight to it, to the point. But they are just talking or speaking to the wall. You know that. Peter Obi also reacted. His own reaction is a bit longer. He said, on the arrest of Omoyele Sowore, I was deeply disturbed to learn of the arrest of Mr. Omoyele Sowore yesterday, shortly after he voluntarily honored an invitation by the Nigerian police force. At the time of writing, no clear or credible charges have been made public, which further casts a troubling shadow over the nature and motivation behind his detention. His arrest, particularly under circumstances where he presented himself in good faith to law enforcement, will be condemned by all, or rather should be condemned by all, who value justice and due process. From all indications, no urgency or criminal flight risk warranted such high-handed treatment. To detain a citizen who came of his own accord without the public disclosure of clear, lawful charges is not only a miscarriage of justice, but an abuse of state power. As the ancient Greek philosopher Plato rightly said, quote, justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. When those entrusted with power act unjustly, they poison not only the legal order, but the moral conscience of the nation. I therefore call on the Nigerian police to immediately release Omoyele Sowore or charge him formally under the law. Anything short of this would be a further erosion of public trust in the nation's law enforcement institutions. Rightly so. I don't trust their institution and I will never trust their institutions. And stuff like this makes you to distrust them even the more. It is our collective duty to insist that the rule of law must apply to all citizens, regardless of ideology, background, or political alignment. Peter Obi. Now, those are strong statements, darling. NLC also left their own statement too. They said we won't allow Nigeria to turn to the lawless land and anarchy or dictatorship, something like that. The reason why I'm not going to quote them is that the person that said it is Joe Ajero, the guy that got beaten in Imo State. And he decided to mobilize NLC that they beat him in Imo State. So they shut down Nigeria. Let's call beat him again, but this time not physically. Then they just gave it up. A toothless paper tiger, sort of. So, but they said something to condemn the act or the action as well. So right now, they still haven't charged Omoyele Sowore to court or release him. So people are there in Abuja today and demanding for the unconditional release of Omoyele Sowore. And at least can't these people, for once, I mean, they have families, don't they? Like these people have families now. You get what I mean? And this level of abuse of power that people have been subjected to in that contraption by these rogues. So once in a while, they don't feel they kind of tell themselves, like, come on, we'll cut it down. It's like, we need to cut it down now. Then another thing, which is also very, and again, it is because the system or these criminals, they have succeeded in breaking Nigerians. When I say break Nigerians, I mean people used to have enough confidence to gather and group and say we are protesting. But Bukwari came, APC, Egbekegbe, they turned their guns on Nigerians and they killed over 1,000 Nigerians for EndSARS in a space of 30 days. And that moment, then they denied. Some bodies were taken, dumped them in the river. Some others were dumped in the morgue in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, I'm sorry, in River State to Imo State to Enugu State to where they killed people. And even in Ogun State and all over the place where they actually, slaughtered people for those days. They then went on this, this multi-billion naira sponsored deniability. They denied it all. They're asking people to bring bodies. Need to show us videos, everything that were out. They said, no, they were faked. If you were today now, they would say, oh, they were AI videos. APC, Egbekegbe. What people saw, they said, no, they didn't see it. That's not what you saw. That's not true. They killed Nigerians and denied it. And since then, they have been doing it comfortably. I'm talking about mass killings like that. If you protest, they'll kill you. So they broke Nigerians. They've succeeded in that. So they believe that anyone they picked who is going to protest, or what kind of protest do you think can make us probably like bend? So I was going to ask and say, man, this is the kind of things that over time they will pick Sowore, they will pick this and pick that. There are others that they won't touch. But it's not because they can't touch them. It is because before they touch them, they will need to test water and see what it's going to be like and then go for it. But the same people doing this to Sowore, don't let anybody tell you that they can't do the same. I mean, they can't do even worse to Atiku, to Peter Obi. Peter Obi himself opened his mouth and he said, if he tells all of you what these people are doing to him behind the scene, that he can't come out and become a crybaby every now and then and say, they've done this to me again, or they've done that. Look at what they have, So the only thing they haven't done to him is to arrest him or say they are inviting him over somewhere. But they will start with, we are inviting him. That's what abuse of power, abuse of state power can do. So, and I'm actually praying they should do that one, Jerry. So, got a test here, like let's test the microphone. Let's call you and a scan, go ahead. And somehow, instead of always replying to Obi's, what have you, they should probably just call him. Instead of telling all of us that Obi